Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into the surprisingly messy world of DNS resolution, specifically the woes of Getaddrinfo and its alternatives. It's a wild ride.
I'm all ears. So, Getaddrinfo, the seemingly ubiquitous function for DNS resolution. What's the problem?
Well, it's a bit of a legacy system, you know? It's synchronous, meaning it blocks the calling thread until it gets a response. Imagine the I freeze, plus it's incredibly limited. You get IPs and maybe a CNAME, but no TTL, no other record types, and no control over OS caching. It's like getting a postcard instead of an email in the age of instant messaging.
So what are the alternatives? The article mentions several oxygen monosulfide-specific APIs.
Exactly. And that's where things get really interesting and frustrating. On Linux, res_unquery is a lifesaver, well-documented, thread-safe, and works as expected, a breath of fresh air compared to the others.
Sounds idyllic, but what about other platforms? Android, for example.
Android, a different story. Resquery is essentially broken. It just doesn't work. Then there's Android res_inquiry, which is better but only available from Android 10 onwards. It returns a file descriptor which is unique.
Unique. I see. And Windows?
Windows uses DNSQuery_A. It's powerful, but it crashes on Windows 10. Yes, you heard that right. It returns success, but the results are NUL. Works fine on Windows 11 though. Go figure.
Incredible. So inconsistency across platforms is the major theme here?
Absolutely. macOS is no exception. Res_query isn't thread safe, and DNS service query record, well, it hangs indefinitely if there are no records. It's a nightmare.
So what's the takeaway? Should developers even bother with these platform-specific APIs?
It's a tough call. If you're targeting only one OS, maybe. But dealing with all these inconsistencies and bugs across platforms is incredibly painful. The author even suggests writing your own DNS resolver. It's that bad.
Wow. So a plea for a unified cross-platform DNS API is in order then?
Precisely. Something with the power of DNS Query A, the flexibility of Android resEnquiry, and the reliability of resEnquiry would be a dream come true. A developer's prayer, really. But until then, we're stuck navigating this fragmented landscape of DNS resolution.
This has been eye-opening. Thanks for breaking down this complex issue. It's clear that DNS, despite its fundamental role, still has a long way to go in terms of standardization and reliability.
You're very welcome. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.